Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, and they've had a fairly recent set. Back at InkaFest 2, they had very, very close Pikachu that went to Game 5 there.
Which is in Peru, for those of you not in the know.
Yes.
So Nax from Chile, Wario from Japan, they met in Peru for a tournament.
And Peru has some very deep 64 lore.
Oh yeah, I mean some of the best players around, and in my opinion, the best teams players in the world.
Yeah, and I think it's hard to, as far as like bulk of team players, it's hard to beat that.
No,
it's like everyone's playing at like.
Without going on like too long of a tangent, I just think of Sunset Blast when Josh and I had to play a Peruvian team in grand finals.
Yeah.
So we're in grands, and we almost didn't take a stock one game.
So
they made us look like we didn't know how to play after we had beaten everyone else.
They turn and it's just the first time.
Dude, it was so bad. But I didn't catch a lot of the results of the friendlies these guys were playing. Not that results of friendlies matter, but
to some people they do. But
to some people they do, but to me they don't.
Yeah.
And yeah, I didn't really say. I just saw that they were playing a lot, so they probably have a good idea of a lot of each other's habits.
Yeah, and I find that it's like one of those interesting things. The top players are always willing to play each other here before tournaments.
With like, the only exception was before their winner's quarters match, Kiro said he had never played a single game with Nax.
Oh, wow.
Friendly, competitive, nothing. And I was surprised because, you're right, I'm so used to seeing all of the top players just grind out friendlies with each other like all event. And I'm like, don't you want to like save something, maybe?
Maybe they are, who knows?
Maybe they are, but they also just want to get in as much practice with top level as they can.
It's like a iron sharpens iron mentality. Like, when are you going to play these guys again?
Right. Opposite corners of the world.
Yeah, so Japan and Wario in general, he's a huge fan of those kind of empty hops in neutral. Just not really overcommitting to anything, and maybe baiting out some panic options from his opponent. His stage control is just so insane in this matchup, too. Like, for a guy like
the
Nax,
DI away into a jab grab, and even Nax, like, had to kind of let one loose there. He couldn't believe it happened.
We talk about how Nax's punish game is maybe the best on the planet, and just to be down to Wario right now, like, and Wario just doing it in like a chip away fashion. He's not getting such giant openings, but some good like 2 to 3 hit connects here and there. It just seems like he always keeps the pressure on too, and he's in the corner now. No jump. Oh, Nax finds a way.
And Nax is a player that quite a few people picked as, you know, like the guy to win this event.
Yeah.
And it just felt like for a moment everyone was forgetting about Wario.
You can never.
Everyone's like, oh, this is Kiro's tournament. This is, you know, Boom Falcon. You know,
Wizrobe can do it.
Wizrobe can do it. And it's like, do you not remember this guy?
Yeah.
Like, he's been in Grands here before. He's won other tournaments. I mean, he's one of the best players in the world.
Yeah.
And it just felt like, I mean, Nax was in Grands 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And he was in losers quarters last year. So like, after coming out of like relative obscurity, aside from that set with Isaiah back in Peru, which is one of the greatest sets of all time.
Yeah, pull that up after this.
Yeah,
you know,
man, Nax vs. Isaiah, InkaFest. That was nuts. On VGBootCamp. You know, when you're done watching all of the sets from this tournament.
Oh, what a find. Oh, wow. Still no jump here.
Just so much pressure from Wario, getting all these edge guards and racking up 70% on Nax. Accidental F smash. Hurts, but no punish.
It feels like Wario's always like in a threatening range right now. Like Nax just has been on his back foot for like a game straight, it feels like.
Oh,
but this is what we need from Nax.
Smash. DI from Wario saved his stock, and he was able to get back. Despite being so far away.
I'm wondering if that's kind of like carried over from J version. since their DI is so much less in the game, they tend to opt for survival DI rather than getting out of the combo.
True, yeah. Could be that, but also it's like, if the DI way to escape a combo, if you don't do it enough, you lose your stock.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's like, one's like a guaranteed like loss, and the other one is risking losing even more.
Yeah.
So it's a tough one for a lot of people.
Like definitely a high risk, high reward scenario for the quote unquote like Western DI.
Right.
Oh, way to be
slip
ready.
off, yeah.
And that's something we just like, another thing that's kind of developed in this metagame is like the kind of slide off awareness, right?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, how many times did we see Boom do that?
Yeah.
In his set with like the no-tech slip-offs and all that, and Kiro was doing it too. And
just instantly actionable. They're ready to either counter attack, escape the situation. Just great stuff to see.
It's like at first we saw all the top players, they were the first ones doing it like with shield push-offs.
Yeah.
And then, you know, everybody does that.
Yeah.
And now these like random slip-offs and no-techs and stuff like that, it's just adding even more to it.
Yeah, I knew it was getting bad when there is a situation that I was mad that I didn't slide off during the tournament.
I've definitely never once intentionally done that in my life. I can confidently say.
And the fair racking up the percent, and wow, just waiting for him to land in the quickest shield drop fastball you've ever seen.
Funny thing is, even if Wario went and edge guarded there with up tilt, Nax is at such high percent that he would, the only follow up is Thunder after that.
Yeah.
Which I think would still do it.
Unless the DI down is some of the strongest we've ever seen.
The most insane, like, Revan Crovey love child DI that anyone's ever seen.
Somehow all of these jab grabs are missing.
That was just like max range jab, so
yeah.
the grab just isn't going to reach far enough.
Or Wario's a wizard, it's hard to say.
True. Maybe a little from column A, a little from column B.
On the hard read, the drop zone there. And he's still going to keep...
Oh, he didn't get a pivot there. He just turned in place. Accidentally did the hardest tech in the game. That's how good he is.
Josh is seething somewhere right now. Oh, the pit?
Have to look back at the results and see if Josh made. I don't even know who was in the loser side top 8 matches, because those happened while we were sitting here.
It was Josh Lowe.
That was top 12.
Top 12.
So yeah, I don't know.
I don't know who won that one.
Ooh. So Nax trying to make a game of it. He's playing not quite for his tournament life here, but going down 2-0 against Wario is just brutal. And great combo from Nax. Didn't get the back air there to seal it, but it was still enough with the ledge grab.
Yeah, very, very smart of Nax, just like having that awareness just to hold ledge, not try anything crazy.
Oh, but
big
no,
opening.
He missed.
No,
He's
Nax.
panicking. Just so many misinputs there. He had the beginnings of a crazy combo to take it all, but he does another up smash instead of an up tilt.
Wario just stone-faced in the corner, getting his way out, waiting for Nax just to spam a little too much, and somehow turns the situation around.
Nax just misses the ledge. He was so close to tying this set up, and now down 2-0. He has a huge hole to dig himself out of.
Just seemed a little too frantic towards the end there, like just always having to put in an input, even if it wasn't the right decision.
Wait, who did Wario play before this?
Wario lost to Boom.
Okay. It's like, I was trying to think. I was like, wait, didn't Dogs coach someone else against Wario?
Yes.
He just really doesn't like Wario. It's kind of messed up, dude.
Maybe if Wario moves on, we might see some coaching there. Who knows?
True. The Japanese guys, I've seen it before where they've come up and talked to each other.
Yeah.
But it's definitely more rare.
Yeah. I think one of the only times
Which is crazy because they could say anything and the person next to them doesn't know what they're talking about.
That's true.
It's a pretty solid advantage.
You could be talking a lot of smack.
You
like,
could.
We're just sitting there smiling, you know?
Yeah. They could say anything. They understand us, but we don't understand them. Oh, and the big switch to Falcon. You love to see it. I have not seen it, the Nax Falcon in tournament. I don't think ever.
He used it for one game against Karaba and Grands, I believe. Just as kind of a, let's see what happens. A couple years ago.
At, oh, okay. Oh, okay. I was like, where? What?
Like Snova 2022 or, you know?
Yeah, 2022.
That's a classic Wario escape, never gets old. You would think that single hit fair would combo a bit better, but it really doesn't combo into anything at 0.
No.
I don't even know if it combos into the second hit at 0.
Yeah, it does. This guy. Now, with people's DI these days,
yeah,
not really.
True.
That's why I can't play anymore. If I can't hit people with both hits of fair, well, what am I even doing? I'm done. The game has passed me by. And there's the Wario edge guard. That Wario Genesis 3 edge guard.
Yep, he learned that from Wario at Genesis 3.
It's true. He went back and watched Wario at Genesis.
Nice. Keeping it simple.
And, like, I mean, Nax's lead just absolutely melted away. A little bit of a faster game here.
Yeah, we're only at a couple minutes, not even.
Oh, just missed that, but full hop up air at 0 would not have really helped him much. But the single hit fair, and he gets a grab from a mile away into a downer. No DI on stage.
We have ourselves a set, ladies and gentlemen.
We've got a set.
Yeah, it is one of those things, though. Even though that dare doesn't feel like it's doing much, Pika just becomes a lot better to combo at that, like, kind of 10 to 16% range from a grab.
Oh, for sure. Pika at 16 was like my favorite to get a grab on, because it was like single hit fair, up air, up B was like free.
Yeah.
Again, maybe not now with some of the DI people have. Even a single hit fair, you can't do anything with. But
it's like, why are you on the other side of the stage? I'm over here.
Yeah, well, cheaters.
You're still pressing the grab button, and they're nowhere near it.
Sad. But that was a huge game from Nax. Great character switch.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he's going to go back to Pika here, if he's saying Falcon. I imagine he'll say Falcon.
Yeah, I think so. You know, he watched enough Boom Falcon. He's like,
yeah,
I can do this too. And he did. It's close, though. The comeback from Wario almost happened.
That is some of the benefit that someone like Nax as a tri-main can get on this stage. Is we have a lot of solo mains, and he's like, well, if I really need to, I can counterpick here. Even though Pika's by far his best character, it's kind of nice to have that little shifting gears.
Right. I mean, Wario has a really strong cast too. He just never uses it in tournament.
Yeah. The Japanese in general, besides Kyosuke, are just typically loyalists when it comes to their character.
Right. Like Karaba, despite winning their like 12 character battle event in Japan, still will only play Yoshi.
Yeah. And it's just wild to think about that, like, if he decided to have a Pikachu day, he still might play the same.
So you see a lot of Falcons will do that. They don't want to be too close to Pika on ledge, so they just retreat to center and they're like, all right, just get back up here.
Yeah, yeah. It's it really depends on the Falcon. Like, we saw Boom likes to hold the pressure when Pika's on ledge, and other ones are like, well, neutral's been going fine. Let's bring it back again.
I'm going to stick with what's been working for me. Get back up here, please.
That was great trade.
Yeah, it was the perfect edge cancel from Wario. It's exactly what he wanted to do, that slip off into an aerial, but the trade was too much.
Wow, and Wario's so sneaky, just finding his way underside plat all the way to the top.
I mean, that was just Pika privilege.
It is.
He could just hang out there forever and just wait and do whatever he wants. It's just, it's gross.
Nice weight on the tech here.
Down air, no, more up airs.
Okay.
Thought we were gonna see a down air tech chase, but Nax thought one more up air connect and the down tilt.
The confirm, and Wario takes it. Nax is out of the tournament.
And so Wario advancing to loser semis, where he will meet whoever won the set before this, because it's impossible to keep track of this in my head while I'm talking.
And we don't have the Shears brain where the bracket's like downloaded.
Thank goodness.
I would want it to stop there, if anything.
But no, it's like, you ever have to like read a book out loud or something, and you like immediately forgot everything that you read? Like, that's how I feel doing this sometimes.
Yeah, there's like, personally, there's so many books and movies that I'll tell people are like one of my favorites, and it's like, oh, what'd you like about it? It's like, I don't know, I can't remember anything about it.
I've forgotten everything.
It was good though.
Man, it feels like so long ago we were watching Pika Ditto, but then Nax with this Falcon and coming out firing in Game 3, taking it, and then, I mean, having a close one in Game 4, but Wario just a little bit too much, taking advantage of slight mistakes from Nax, and I feel like that image of Pika naring the Black Falcon off stage is kind of like burned into my brain.